Can you explain Romans 13, 1 through 7? Oh yeah, a lot of people are going to have questions about this, but let's read it. It says, "Let every person be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God, and those that exist have been instituted by God. Therefore, whoever resists the authorities resists what God has appointed, and those who resist will incur judgment. For rulers are not a terror to good conduct, but to the bad. Would you have no fear of the one who is in authority? Then do what is good, and you will receive his approval. For he is God's servant for your good. But if you do wrong, be afraid, for he does not bear the sword in vain. For he is the servant of God, an avenger who carries out God's wrath on the wrongdoer. Therefore, one must be in subjection, not only to avoid God's wrath, but also for the sake of conscience. For because of this you also pay taxes, for the authorities are ministers of God, attending to this very thing. Pay to all what is owed to them, taxes to whom taxes are due, revenue to whom revenue is owed, and respect to whom respect is owed, honor to whom honor is owed." Okay, now a lot of people have a problem with this. Like, okay, well, what if it's a corrupt government? Keep in mind that Paul was saying this about the most corrupt government on the history of the planet. Yes, we're not quite at Rome yet. And even Jesus said, give to Caesar what is Caesar. That's what this whole passage is based on. So how do we do this? What we have to understand is that we do need to obey the government in whatever silly rules they come up with, as long as it does not conflict with God. Where's that caveat? We find that in the book of Acts, chapter 4, verses 19 through 20, which says, "But Peter and John answered them, 'Whether it is right in the sight of God to listen to you rather than to God, you must judge, for we cannot but speak what we have seen and heard.'" So, yeah, we stop listening to man when they conflict with God. But otherwise, yeah, we need to be good subjects. During the USSR, the communist government actually applauded Christians, and they told all the other workers they need to act like Christians because they know how to work. We need to be known for being the best citizens there are, except when they violate God's law.